Hello everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to another LEGO analysis video. This is episode 2 of this series, this brand new series that I've started. And we're going to take a look at another one of Batman's vehicles. I'm sure you already can tell by the title and by what's on screen right now. But this is actually my second favorite vehicle. It's Batman's it's his his custom aircraft kind of vehicle. It's called the Batwing. And we're going to be taking a look at its history in different LEGO Batman sets and different LEGO DC sets. And I really hope you're enjoying this series. I'm having a blast making this type of videos. These are my favorite types of videos that I do. And I hope you like the series. Without further ado, let's get started with this first set. This is actually from 2006. So this is 7782, the Batwing, the Joker's Aerial Assault. And this is part of the Batman line. This is part of the first wave of Batman sets that was released, to start kind of the DC line and the Batman line. And, just like the Bat Cycle video, we're not going to focus on the figures or any of the other builds. We're just focusing on the Batwing itself. And here's the front of the box, kind of a vertical box. This did retail for $50, which is a pretty decent deal. I think the one of the newest Batwing set is actually a better value than this one, in my opinion. But let's get started here. I'll take you through some of the pictures here. Here's one of the main pictures. We're on brickset.com, by the way. We are also on there for the previous episode. We're going to be going on Brickset for all these different episodes. And this Batwing, the first thing you can probably notice is that it is very similar to the 1989 Batwing that was used in that movie directed by Tim Burton and starring Michael Keaton. That's my favorite Batman movie. Anyway, this version is pretty awesome. This is actually my second favorite version of the Batwing in LEGO. You'll know which one's my favorite very soon. If you watch the whole video, you'll know. Or you may already know my favorite set version of it. This one has a lot of features that some of the later Batwings don't actually have, which is very cool. And this set actually comes with like a pedestal to hold up the Batwing, in a vertical mode when it's in its docked mode, which is very cool. And it has a very aerodynamic shape. You got some features like you can open the back wings, and there's missiles there. There's a giant rubber-tipped Technic missile that can be launched from the back, which is awesome. And you got some stickers here for the Batman logos. That's pretty good. You got some headlights as well, and the cockpit is great as usual. You got the bat wings there. This one's my second favorite because there's a version that is much better, in my opinion. Share your favorite Batwing, sets in the comments below. Let me know which version that comes in a set is your favorite. But this one's awesome. You got the Batwings. This one has a lot of functionality, whereas some of the later Batwings don't have as much of that. But I think in the later versions, they're kind of going more for aesthetics more than functionality. But I love it. I think it's great. It comes with the helicopter as well. Again, we're not going to talk about that really. But this is a great version of the Batwing. I think it is fantastic. Definitely my second favorite. And we're going chronologically, so this is the first one we're looking at. This is the first ever Batwing that came out in a set. And I think they do definitely improve, but this is a very fantastic start. And I'm not complaining because this thing looks great. But that's the Batwing from the 2006 set. It's Joker's Aerial Assault. You can see there. That's what I'm talking about. That the kind of vertical mounting of the Batwing. But it came with in a very cool set. Very awesome. Love it. But I don't want to gush about this anymore. I think this is one of the best designs. And I think maybe in the next Batwing, they should maybe take more of this approach. And you'll see a trend with these Batwing sets where LEGO usually takes inspiration from the 1989 movie. And that's fantastic because that's my favorite Batman movie. And it's a very wonderful model to take inspiration from. It's a very good move by LEGO. I think it's a great move, and I think they should continue to do so. But that is this set. I don't want to gush any more about it. Let's move on. It would be a long time before we got another Batwing after that awesome 2006 model. And this version is actually my third favorite model of Batwing. This is 6863 Batwing Battle over Gotham City. And this came out in 2012, so it's it came with the relaunch or revamp of the DC/Batman theme, so they kind of rebranded it into DC Comics superheroes, which was a great move. You can see immediately that this one is very similar to the Joker's Aerial Assault from 2006, except it's a lot smaller. It doesn't come with as many pieces. The let's see, the Batwing, the Aerial Assault came with 523 pieces, so quite a lot of pieces for your money. This one cost this set cost about $35, and it comes with only 278 pieces. Which is not a bad, that's not a bad amount of parts. It's just not as much as the previous one. You get 3 figures, very similar to the last one. This Batwing, you can kind of see that the helicopter and the Batwing are both scaled down quite a bit from the last one. You can see here that now the design is very, very similar to the 1989 version. It's even closer to that design than the other one was, which is good. You can see some stickers, you know, usual kind of stickers. This one has a bit of functionality. You can open the wings, very similar to that 2006 one, where the missiles come out. And that's really it. I think there's like a secret compartment on the back, and you got a jet thruster on the back there. And this version is very good. This is my 3rd favorite because it's even closer to the 1989 version than the 2006 one was. I think it looks awesome. It looks kind of like an X-Wing in a little bit. And it's got the smoke canopy. You can fit Batman in there. This one is very similar looking to the 2006 one, where if you turned it over, it looked like the bat signal. You can see the ears there and the bottom. But this one's very good. You got some headlights. It's very, very similar to the 1989 movie model and the 2006 one, which is appropriate. And this is one of the best designs in my opinion. I think they should continue to do this kind of design and definitely continue to stick to the 89 movie model, because it's just such a fantastic looking model in the movie, and it's an actual model. So I think this one looks fantastic. I think it's really good that it's scaled down, because I think the 2006 one was a bit big. But the Batwing is supposed to be a smaller type of craft. It's not supposed to be this huge giant thing. Which you'll see the Batwings change very differently throughout the different years after these two. But this one's fantastic. I love it. It's great. I'm sure this is probably some of your favorites. I'm sure the 2006 one is very special to most of you. And I would agree. I love those designs. Both of these are just perfect in my opinion. They're really good and really collectible. But that is the 2012 one. I was very tempted by this set, many times. Unfortunately, I was nowhere near as into Batman as I am now. But, you know, if I had to pick, I would probably pick this one over some of the other ones. But, yeah, I love this design. I think it's great. It comes with the helicopter, very similar. And it kind of gives people a chance who didn't get the 2006 one to now have this one, which is very, very similar. And I think this one might be a bit better in some areas. Like the shaping's better, the look of it's a bit better, and it's better scaled with Batman, which is great. But that's the 2006 model. I think it is fantastic. One of the best ones. I get a 5 out of 5. Same with the 2006 one. Give it a 5 out of 5. Perfect models in my opinion. And that was the 2006 one, the Batwing Battle over Gotham City. What an awesome set. But let's move on to a more realistic one. This one came in, this set came out in 2013. And it came with the mini tumbler, or like a smaller tumbler, and it came with the Bat. This is like from the Dark Knight trilogy. So this was released to celebrate the Dark Knight trilogy. Especially The Dark Knight Rises. That's what this is mainly based on. But you can see here, this one is, of course, very heavily inspired by the movie. And it's called the Bat. I guess, I don't know, it's not really that creative of a name. This is one of my least favorite designs. I've always not really been a fan of the Bat in the Nolan trilogy. It's not really that exciting to me. It's a very boring design, in my opinion. I'm just very used to the 1989 Tim Burton model of the Batwing, so this one is just kind of underwhelming and looks kind of dumb and stupid, in my opinion. But I give it a 1.9 out of 10. and 1.9 out of 5 as well, because it's all right. It's just not Batman to me. Um, but that being said, I love the Tumbler. I just don't like the Bat. And this is actually a very, very good model. It's very accurate to the movie. You've got some functionality. You can move all these things around, and these wings move around. And there's not too much you can do with this. You can kind of just position everything. That's really just the main feature. And you can put Batman in there. You got a classic X-Wing cockpit in a smoke color. Got the Bat logo for the Dark Knight trilogy there. And it looks good. It's fine. You got some missiles on the side, so there is some playability to this, but really and he's got also there's a rope on the bottom too, but this is just kind of boring to me. This is one of my least favorite Batwings. It's not even a Batwing. They just call it the Bat, which is kind of dumb. It just looks ridiculous to me. Like, it doesn't look like Batman. It does not look like the Batwing. It's super lame in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Of course, you can share yours down below, of course. But yeah, the Bat, it's an interesting design. It's nowhere near my favorite. It's just bottom of the barrel to me. But the rest of the set is cool. You got some cool playability features here. But it's just lame to me. It's just boring and impractical and it's just really lackluster in my opinion compared to the newer designs, and especially the newest Batwing. But this one's cool. It's cool. It's interesting. It's just pretty lame to me, but it's got some cool looking kind of pieces and it uses some interesting techniques, but really it's just not for me, unfortunately. But that was this is called the Bat versus Bain Tumbler Chase, and this came out in 2012. It had 368 pieces. So it's a decent parts count, but this set has always kind of been one of my least favorite sets in the DC comics series of sets. It's just not really for me. But yeah, I love the Dark Knight trilogy. This set is just kind of lame to me. But yeah, I don't want to be any more negative towards this set. It's a cool design. It's just not for me. But that's the Bat. Very lackluster name, lackluster model. I don't want to spend any more time kind of drowning this model in negativity. But yeah, that's the Bat. Cool. It's cool for the movie, and it's cool for its time, but really it's not for me. Anyway, it would be a while before we got another set. Actually, not that long actually. It was the year after. And technically this isn't a Batwing, but I decided to put it in here because it's a aircraft. And after the Bat versus Bain Tumbler Chase set came out, we next got this set. This is 76013, Batman the Joker's Steamroller. And the previous set was 76001, by the way, the Bat one. This one is cool. I do love this set. This Batwing, it's not really a Batwing. It's a Batjet, I believe, or it's a Batcraft, somewhere along those lines. But this one's pretty good. It's nowhere near my favorite again. But there's a picture of it. It looks kind of like the Batwing, but it's not really. It's kind of its own thing. But I decided to put it in here because it looks, very similar. But the Batjet, I guess, or the Batwing, this one's cool. It has some decent features. You can kind of move these wings, and you got some missiles on either side. Canopy can open. You got a single Batwing on the end, some engines in the front. Awesome figures. You get quite a lot of figures for your money. But we're not talking about those right now. You get the Batman. You got some stickers. This one's probably the most weird-looking design out of all of these Batwings. It doesn't really look that appealing to me. It's one of my least favorite designs. I'd probably give it like a 2.9 out of 5. 2.9 out of 10 right now, just out of 5, because this one is much better than the Bat to me. This is like one of the best designs. It's way better than the Bat. That thing is just kind of horrendous. But this one's cool. You got some different features and some black and yellow, which really matches Batman's colors. And it looks great. You got some headlights, some cool techniques. I really like this kind of technique where you can move these wings around, which is great. But yeah, it looks cool. I like it. It's interesting and different, and it's way better than that crappy bat. I just don't like that. I'm sorry. But let me know if you like it. I can respect that if you do. But this one's cool. I don't want to spend too much time on this one because we got some more to take a look at. Um, but this one's cool. It did change a lot after this one. It got really different after this one. And this one was $50 a set, and you got 5 figures, which is great. The value's there. This Batwing is not really that worth it to me, though, so yeah. But I like it. It's cool, and you get 5 figures, 486 pieces, so it was a good deal, in my opinion, for $50. But yeah, that's the Joker Steamroller version of the Batwing. What a cool design. Very cool design, and I like it. Let me know if you guys do. But that was that version. Very cool, very unique, and let's move on to when Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice came out. It will be a little while before we got another Batwing. This one came in a big set. This is 76046, Heroes of Justice Sky High Battle. And this one came with a lot of figures, and it retailed for about $60, and you got 517 pieces, which is great. And this one is from the movie universe. So this is from the Justice League and from the Batman v Superman movie. So it's from the DC Extended Universe. This Batwing is actually one of my favorite designs. This is my 5th favorite one. I think this one's really good. The Lego Batman movie one is my 4th favorite. This is my next favorite after that. This Batwing is very cool, very, very accurate to the movie. And this one's the most different out of all the Batwings, I think. Because it's got a lot of functionality. You can kind of move these back, and this whole kind of section kind of folds in, and it's really cool. And they're using these Batmobile kind of windshield pieces there as the cockpit, which is appropriate to the movie. You got the Batman logo. You got a stud shooter on the front there that can shoot studs at the front there. And you got lots of mechanical details, not actually a lot of stickers. I think that's the only sticker, or there might be one inside the cockpit. But this model is pretty huge in real life. This picture isn't really fooling you. It's really big. And there's the inside, which is very colorful. You can see the hinges there that move when the wings want to move. There's Batman there. He kind of has to lay down a lot. But there he is again, and I love this design. This is one of the most accurate, most coolest, and most different versions of the Batwing, definitely. And unlike the Bat, this is actually faithful to the movie, and it actually looks good as an actual model, and in the artwork here, or the rendering here, it looks fantastic. I love these fins on the side, the mechanical stripes, and the detail, the playability is so cool. You got the turbines on the back. It just looks so sleek and different and very cool. I love this design. I do like the Batman v Superman movie. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. I think it's cool and a great film, despite its flaws. But you got a lot of stuff here for your money. $60 is not a bad price, although 50 probably would have been ideal. But this is a great set. I love it. I think it looks great. And yeah, I love this design. It's very cool, very sleek, very aerodynamic, very good shaping here. Kind of looks like the bat symbol there, which looks awesome. I love this design. This is my 5th favorite design. Very awesome version of the Batwing. And that's pretty much the Batman v Superman version of it. I bet this is probably one of your favorite designs of the craft, and I can't blame you. I love this design. But yeah, that's the version from Batman v Superman that they released, and definitely one of the best versions to date, for sure. I'll give you a last look at that if you wanted to see that. But let's move on. It would be a little while before we got another Batwing. Now, this is the non-canonical version of the Batwing. So this isn't an actual version in any of the movies or anything. This was released to coincide with the Lego Batman movie. It was 70916, the Batwing. And this came with about 1,000 or so pieces, 1,053 pieces, 3 figures, and it cost $90, which is actually a very good price. And let's take a look at it here. This thing is humongo. I mean, this is easily the biggest Batwing that LEGO has released to date. And you can see it here. It looks very good. You've got some excellent shaping. It looks very huge. This is one of the most accurate designs to the movie, to the LEGO Batman movie. Got some stickers. It says Black Mamba, or Black Thunder, excuse me. And you got a lot of functionality. This one is the biggest. You got this massive X-Wing cockpit, which has a ton of stickers, lots of details. Just like most of the other Batwings, if you hold it up, it'll show the Bat logo, which is cool. You got the Batman logo right there. You got some functionality with the wings that can kind of move, and these turbines here can move up, and the wings can spread out. And you got a compartment in the back where you can store a little buggy, like a little car kind of build, which is cool. I think that looks very good. And that's where that goes there, which is very cool looking. I do like it. And that's where it goes in the back. But this is definitely the biggest, and this is probably the one that I would, one of the ones I would recommend. This is one of my favorite designs. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's very good. I kind of knocked the number because it's really big and heavy. It's not one that you want to play with for sure. It's really just kind of cumbersome, and it's not the most playable thing. You kind of just want to put on display, really, and that's it. So similar to the Ultimate Batmobile, where it's not really for playing. It's just kind of there to display. But it's cool. You can put Batman and Robin in there, something that other Batwings don't do. So this is the only version that does that. Well, it's not canonical, so it makes sense. But it comes with 3 figures, a lot of pieces, and it looks great. I love the shaping. It looks really awesome. It's just not for me, personally, because it's just not my type of Batwing. It's not as playable as the newer ones, and it just doesn't look as iconic to me. Definitely because it's not canonical, it's not canon. Got some missiles here, some disc shooters, which is cool. And I love the set. I think it's great. Just not for me, but it's a great set regardless. And it's one of the best Batwings, in my opinion. And it's number 5. Takes the number 5 spot for me. Or no, number 4's favorite. That's my 4th favorite, sorry. But yeah, that's the LEGO Batman movie version of the Batwing. What a wonderful design this is. And I love it. I think it looks fantastic. It's just not for me, but let me know if you guys think this is your favorite. And if so, that's great. Lots of mechanical details, wonderful looking design, very accurate to the movie, very displayable, but not so playable. That's kind of why I knocked it a number. But yeah, the Batwing from the LEGO Batman movie. This was released in 2017 to coincide with the movie, and it looks awesome. One of the best sets in the line for sure. And let's move on to the next one, which came out a year later. This is 76111 Batman Brother Eye Takedown. And this includes another version of the Batwing, like you'd probably expect. And technically, this is not a Batwing. It's more of a Batjet. At least, I think that's what it's called. But I'll just consider it a Batwing, because it looks like it. But we got some more images here. This set has 269 pieces and came with 3 figures and a retail for $30. So pretty good price there. You've got the newer Batman there, and this version, it's a bit small. It's very similar to the 2012 version, where it is a smaller design, which is appropriate because the Batwing is supposed to be a small vehicle. And it's got some bat wings on the back, very cool. You got some bronze bat logos on the sides. You got a smaller cockpit. You got some stud shooters. This one has a lot of shooting capabilities, which is nice. And like most of the Batwings, you can turn it over, and it will, or turn it on its vertical side, and you can see the Batman logo. And it's got some sharp edges here. You've got seating for 1 figure, kind of a very tight fit. One of the tightest fits for a figure in one of these Batwings. It's one of the tightest fitting cockpits on a Batwing I've seen. And it just has a Batman symbol there for a control pad. Got some engines, some boosters on the back. Got some larger pieces. This is probably one of the more simple designs. Like, it doesn't look as, you know, complex as a newer Batmobile, or no, as newer Batwings. Not Batmobile. But it's got some, it looks good. It looks pretty good. I like it. It looks different. It's nice. It looks cool and nice and angular, and definitely looks like a Batwing should. And there's the schematics of it. If you wanted to see the Batman logo, just tilt your head there. And it looks great. It's scaled pretty well with the figure. This is one of the better scaled ones, similar to the 2012 one and the 2019 one. Those are the best scaled ones, and this one is one of them. So I'd say the 2006 one, the 2018 one here, and the 2019 one are the most accurately scaled figures. So if you want a perfectly scaled one, get one of those. This is one of my favorites. Well, it's one of my favorites. I'd say it's probably my 6th favorite, though. It's not one of the most best designs, in my opinion, but it is a good design. It's a decent interpretation. But I think it looks great. I love it. It looks cool. It's just not as good as some of the newer ones, like the 2012 one, or the 2019 one, or the 2017 one, or even the 2006 one. That one was perfect, like almost perfect. But this one's pretty good. It's my 6th favorite. It's not half bad. Looks good. Got some larger pieces, some gray and black, which looks nice, and I like it. Got some shooters on the sides. Very cool. Very cool. Has a newer cockpit piece as well, and the bat wings, of course, on the back. But I love this Batwing. I think it looks great, but I think the best one is actually the next one, which we're going to take a look at, and this is the last one that I have to show you in this history video here. Hope you guys are enjoying these so far. I'm really enjoying making them. But that was Brother Eye Takedown, the Batwing, or the Batjet, whichever one that you want to call it. That was included in the 2018 set here, 30 bucks. Pretty good. I'll give you a last shot of that if you want to see that there. But let's take a look at the newest Batwing, which is my favorite version of it, and maybe some of your favorites as well. But this is called 76120 Batwing and the Riddler Heist. This is a Batman set. It came out in 2019, so last year. It came with 4 figures, 489 pieces, and 50 bucks is the price for this one. And this is the perfect price for this set, in my opinion. It's fantastic. You get so much here. And I'm not going to gush over everything, but this Batwing is my favorite design because this is the closest that they've come to designing a Batwing that's from the 1989 Batman. So this is even closer to the 1989 Batwing than the 2012 one and the 2006 one combined. So you got lots of stud shooters, lots of shooting things. You got some newer pieces on the side here, some disc shooters, some blaster stud shooters there, and you got a couple stickers, one on the back, one on the front. You got a nice cockpit piece. Batman sits in there very snugly. And again, if you turn this over, you can actually see the Bat logo just like all the other ones, or just like most of the other ones. This one's also the best scaled one, so this is the most accurate looking scale. This Batwing has the best scaling. So if you put this next to a figure, it scales very well with them. This is probably one of the most accurate builds that I've seen to the 1989 Batmobile or Batwing, which is great. You got sticker inside the cockpit, very lovely shaping. You got some newer pieces to represent these curves on the side here. Got the Batwings on the side. It just looks very awesome, and 1989's Batman is my favorite Batman movie, and the 1989 Batwing is my favorite version of that. So, you know, that's a plus in my book. But I love it. You got the bat ears at the front there. You've got the cockpit. You got some air vents on the sides. Lots of lovely details. And the angling and the shaping is just so perfect here. And it just looks exactly like it jumped out of the Tim Burton film, which I love, of course. That's my favorite. But that's the Batwing. From this set. It's my favorite. This is one of my favorite sets, Batman sets right now, and probably will be for a very long time. But that's the newest Batwing. I'll give you kind of another angle on the back of the box there. You can see some of the interior with some tan. You got lots of great pieces. And the underside is mostly dark gray, so it's nothing too special there, but it looks good. And I love this Batwing. It's my favorite design. It just looks so good, and it's so awesome and so refreshing to see a new design on the market that looks it's very movie accurate, I'd say. One of the most accurate designs ever. And it's my favorite. This 2019 Batwing is superior to all the other ones. Well, the other two that come really close are the 2012 one and the 2006 one, but those ones are awesome too. But let me know what your favorite Batwing is in the comments below. What's your favorite Batman design of vehicle? And what did you think about the video? Let me know. I'm very, if you don't like longer videos, I apologize greatly for the length of this video. I just wanted to get all my thoughts in on all these different Batwings. I told you these are going to be longer videos, so they're more like a podcast type of video. But let me know what you guys think about this. This 2019 Batwing is ace. It's lit. It's fantastic. It's perfect in my eyes. But thank you. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a bat-tastic rest of your day. Look forward to the next Batman History Lego video, which will be on the Batmobile, of course. Which is the most famous vehicle. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Take care. Stay healthy and safe. I'll see you in the next some more Batman videos coming very soon. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Have a bat-tastic day, guys.